Hi everyone. Hi guys. We're live. It's good to see all of you back here after actually 3 weeks to a month. I haven't seen all of you for so long, and I'm just glad that we are all here today to, in a way, celebrate National Cancer Survivors Day. I know some of you were asking to tune in, so right now, please share this with your friends, with your family. We'll wait for about 15 people before we officially begin. It's the same thing, usual drill. And I do want to see more people raise awareness about cancer. And I want all of you to actually join in and ask questions. I think that's the most important part about the session. About talking live with Mei Sze. So once again, guys, please share this with your friends, with your family, get them to tune in, and ask questions because I have two friends with me today and they are going to share with you their cancer journey. I think it is a story worth listening to. The cancer survivorship journey and just the cancer journey in itself. I'm going to share my story as well. I know many of you always ask me questions on my DM. I'll give it another 30 seconds before we begin. So please, guys, share this with your friends, with your family. Get them tuned in to Talking Live with Mei Sze. I know it's Father's Day. I know it's a Sunday, and there are more and more people going out. Actually, all of you are out. So I do hope that there will be more people tuning in to just listen in and find out more about our stories, our journey. So now I'm gonna officially begin because I don't want to wait too long. So, hi guys, once again, welcome to Talking Life with Mei Sze. It's good to see all of you. I haven't seen you in about 3 weeks to 1 month. If you're new to Talking Life with Mei Sze, we have this show bi-weekly Sundays. But recently, I've not been as hardworking because a lot of holidays, very busy, and I know everyone's going out. I'm going out too. So today's session is in conjunction with National Cancer Survivors Day that has just recently passed in Malaysia. And every year, I try my best to do something in relation to National Cancer Survivors Day because the cancer journey isn't an easy one. And having cancer is something that we should share about and people should know, especially those who are going through cancer right now and for cancer survivors out there. And I'm really happy that today I have two of my friends who are guests on the show. One has been here on the show before, and the other one is new, but to the show. Both of them and myself, we got cancer in our 20s. And Hiba, she is a breast cancer survivor. Stacy, a colon cancer survivor, and also now a mom. And myself, I'm a rectal cancer survivor. So we are friends. We bond through cancer and other things. And also, more importantly, we are here to share with you our stories. So if you have any questions, please start asking them now. I'm also going to start asking questions to Hiba first. So, Hiba, hi, thanks for joining us.
Hello. Hi,
Hi,
Maisie.
Hiba. So, this is your first time on the show. Do
Mhm.
briefly share with us your story because I didn't go too deep into it. So, yeah, take your time to share with us.
Oh, if I take my time, it'll probably take hours, lah. But so, hi everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. So just a very short, like, introduction about what I've gone through. My name is Hiba, or you can call me Baba, which some of my friends call me. I am 32 years old this year. I've been a breast cancer survivor for 7 years, and I was diagnosed in 2015 at the age of 25. And I've gone through like a series of chemo and radiation therapy and targeted therapy and hormone therapy and surgeries and so many therapies that you can think of. I have, yeah, so it's been 7 years since I was diagnosed, and so far so good. Like, I just recently went for my yearly scan, and thank God everything came back okay. Like, my blood test came back okay. Yeah, my blood test came back okay. My scans came back okay. And every year when I go for my scans, like, that's my end goal, to make sure that when I go for my yearly scans, everything, is okay and clear. And yeah, it's been 7 years, man. So
Oh my gosh, time flies. Congrats.
time flies. Time really, really flies. Yeah, and I'm I'm
I think
I'm
for me,
extremely
it has been
grateful.
7 years too.
You were diagnosed 2015 also, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So it's been 7 years for us, babe.
time flies, man.
Yay, milestone! Yay!
Yay!
Yeah.
And that's why we're on National Cancer Survivors Day. We're celebrating it.
Yes,
Um,
exactly.
so thanks for sharing your story, Hiba. The next question is for Stacy. What was your biggest fear when you had cancer?
So when I had cancer, I shared in the previous show, the biggest fear was actually infertility because when I was diagnosed with cancer, I was given 1 week time frame from the time of diagnosis until my surgery. And of course, with major surgery around your lower abdomen area, there's risk of infertility. You have no idea what kind of side effects it's going to cost you. But I wasn't given a choice whether or not, I want to take like an extra 1 month to go through, egg retrieval, egg preservation, that kind of stuff in order to preserve my fertility. Um, but I went ahead anyway and chose my life first and think about other things later on.
I'm glad you chose your life first. I think all of us should.
Yeah.
um, so the next question then is for Hiba. What was your main struggle throughout the cancer journey?
Oh, I think infertility was one of those because it's something that is not openly discussed. Whenever I, started reaching out to cancer patients that had gone through cancer, they don't really bring up the possibility of infertility when you go through chemo, when you go through radiation therapy, and um, my cousin actually, who is a doctor, was the one that prompted me and said like, hey, you need to discuss fertility with your doctor. And I want more than anything to be a mother. So to actually have to mentally prepare myself to have that discussion with my doctor was really, really tough. And when I went to my doctor, when I went to see a fertility specialist, he was like, okay, we need to get your results back first because for breast cancer, it feeds on like estrogen and progesterone. So I said, if your cancer feeds on estrogen, you have a very short time frame, and it might not be possible to actually, freeze your eggs or freeze an embryo. And he said, if it comes back that your cancer feeds on estrogen, it's going to be very dangerous for you because the process of extracting your eggs is the same as IVF. So you need to pump yourself with hormones, and then it might feed your cancer. So when my results came back, it was very tough because my cancer feeds on estrogen. And I just told my doctor, I was like, is there a possibility for me to preserve my eggs? And he was like, you can, but we have to do it very, very quick. And it might feed your cancer might grow, and you might end up from going to a stage 2 patient to a stage 4 patient. So I couldn't freeze my eggs because it was very short of a time frame. And I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I just had to persevere. And to this day, I still struggle with the fact that I might not be able to have children. That's one of the most difficult things for me to deal with. Yeah.
Thanks for being so raw and honest. I just wish that after this show, I'm definitely going to share this. I just wish that more people are aware of what it is like to be a young cancer survivor, especially if you're female. Actually, at those who have testicular cancer who are males, also in reproductive age, is affected. But I think it's important for people to kind of be aware of what we go through and how it affects us when it comes to having kids. So, talking about kids, Stacy, now you've achieved your dreams. So, how does it feel having survived cancer and now raising a child?
Yeah, I think I can definitely relate to what Hiba was going through because I was going through that for the full 4 years, right? From the time of diagnosis until I finally, um, you know, rushed through my marriage. I mean, yeah, and then, try to get pregnant and then finally bear a child. So that was very stressful. And the entire period, you just wish that, okay, please, please stick, because we know that even among normal female, miscarriage is also very common. So for me, for us, I think the risk is even higher. And with so much insecurity about infertility, I think the fear is really real. So now that my daughter is now 1.5 year old, very cheeky, very cute. I'm definitely feeling really blessed. Sometimes when she drives me nuts, I mean, all mothers can relate. It's really tiring, but I mean, it's all worth it. Yeah, I feel really blessed, really happy, and I think my heart is really full every day just looking at her. Yeah.
So sweet. Yeah, Stella is
Yeah.
really cute. And
Yes.
I'm
She
so
is so
happy.
so
I mean,
cute. Okay, and like I see
yeah,
her videos, and I'm just like, oh my god, I just want to squeeze her.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I mean, that you achieve your dreams. And now you've got Stella to take care of and be a mom to. I think
Yeah.
that's Hiba and I, our dream as well. um,
I
so,
can share, Stella.
Yes, yes, yes,
yes,
yes.
please.
Can
Come,
we can
come,
babysit
come.
her some days?
Oh, I love to. Please.
So I think the next question I had was for Hiba. What pushed you to survive through the toughest times?
So I have this niece of mine. She's my eldest niece. She's 8 years old now. But when I was
She's
diagnosed,
cute
she
too.
was about, yeah, she's adorable. She's an intelligent girl.
Yeah, I
When I
know.
was diagnosed, she was about one plus. Yeah, she was about one plus. But she's so intelligent, and at the age of one, she could understand that I was going through something in my life. And the bond that we have is incredible because from the day that she was born, I was just like so attached to her. Like I would play with her and change her diapers for her bed and things like that, so I have a very like special bond with my niece. And the times that I feel like giving up, I look at her and I think to myself, you know what, I'm not going to give up. I want to watch her grow up. I want to watch her go to school. I want to watch her go to prom. I want to watch her like, get her driver's license, go on a first date or something like that. I want those moments with her because I don't have a kid of my own, right? So I'm like, but she is like the closest thing I have to my own kid. And she is incredible in a sense that there were days where I could not give her the attention that she wanted. Like I would be so exhausted from chemo. I would just be on the sofa and I'm just like, her name is Layla. So I'm like, Layla, I can't play with you. And at that point in time, at the age of one, I mean, like kids can't really like string full sentences, but she can speak like certain words. But she understands like, okay, my auntie is not well. She can't give me the attention. So I'll just play in front of her to accompany her. That was her. And then like if I needed like the attention of let's say an adult, so I'll just tell her, Leila, can you call, your nene, your grandma? And then she would go to the kitchen and say, Nene, Nene. And then my mom would know, like, okay, Hiba needs my mom. So, I mean, that she was one of the main reasons why I pushed through. Like, it's incredible. And to this day, I'm extremely grateful for the gift that she has given me. That strength that she's given me is irreplaceable. Yeah. And it's something that money can't buy.
Oh my gosh, so sweet. I I've had the same experience with my niece when I was in the hospital. She would come and visit me, and I would just feel really, really thankful that she was there. And she always cheered me up. So yeah, I get what you mean. And I know that bond with your niece, me too. I love
Because
them to
kids
bits.
are
I'm so
very like resilient.
intuitive.
Yeah, they're resilient and very intuitive. And people have this misconception where, oh, kids are too young to understand. But I actually sat down and had a discussion with Layla before I started anything, and I told her, okay, like Auntie Hiba is sick, and like I can't go to detail about cancer because she won't understand, but she understands I'm not well. I cannot give you the attention that you need. These are the things that you might expect from me, So, and she understood it. And from the day that I started treatment, she was not demanding of my attention as long as I prompt her beforehand. Like, for example, the day before I go for chemo, my sister will bring her to the house and I play with her, and then I need to tell her, like, oh, tomorrow I'm going to the hospital, I won't be around. And I knew she understood because there was one day I came back from the hospital from chemo and I forgot to tell her the day before, and she got so upset with me because she came to my house and I was not there. So, like, when I came back from the hospital visit, she just came and she hugged me, and she didn't want to say anything. And she just like, she
Sweet.
hugged me, and then my sister was like, "Oh, she came and looked for you and you were not around." And she got scared. So then I had to like, "Okay, Leila, it's okay. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm sorry I didn't tell." And she was just quiet. She didn't say anything. She just like half an hour just hugging me. And I was like, "Yeah, it's my fault. I didn't tell her." But from there, I already knew like, okay, she understands. I just need to tell her beforehand. That's it. Yeah.
Mm. Layla is super cute. I remember meeting her. So talkative.
She's incredible. Yeah, yeah. She's very talkative.
Yeah,
She spoke to you and your husband.
yeah. So, I think for those of you viewers who are tuning in, I think today is a very raw session of sharing between the three of us. If you have any questions, don't be shy. This is a space for you to ask, and we will try to answer our very best, especially if you're a current patient and you just want to know more about surviving cancer, about having cancer. We will try our best to answer you. Um, I have two last questions. One is for Stacy. What has cancer taught you?
I think cancer make all of us think a lot.
Mm.
Sometimes you think that life is unfair. Sometimes you think that life is fair. But I think that everybody's life, we have our own stories, and cancer happen to be our stories, right? And cancer may or may not be our entire life story, but it is our story, and we are going through it now, and we are trying to go through it day by day. And Yeah, I just take it a day at a time. I think, that's what cancer has taught me the most.
Aw, so sweet. I mean, I really like what you said because maybe I resonate with it. And what about you, Hiba? Like any words of survival, or rather, just any words for cancer survivors out there who are tuning in right now, or cancer patients?
Um, I mean, it's kind of in line with like what Stacey said as well. Like to really just, you know, to understand like cancer is a part of our story, and it's not the whole story, but it's a part of our story, and it makes us who we are, and to take things a day at a time. So it's taught me to really like live in the moment. So like for survivors out there, like there are gonna be times when things get extremely overwhelming. They feel extremely overwhelming. And you're like, oh my God, I'm thinking about like my treatments and like, my fertility, and also like 101 thoughts in your head. And what I did was I had to actually force myself to really scale down and think about now. Okay, I just got to get through now and like clear my head, and then slowly reintroduce like the decisions that I need to make, or like even if it's during cancer or after cancer. And another thing is like you are not the same person that you were before you got diagnosed. You
Yes.
will learn new things about yourself. You will learn to be patient about yourself. You will learn, to listen to your body better. You will learn to understand who really is there for you and who is not, and you learn to be grateful for the things that you have, and to let go of the things that you don't have. And it's okay that you are not the same person that you used to be. It's not good or bad. It's just you are a different person. Like I know I'm different than how I was. I wouldn't be able to do this, like have like a sharing session like pre-cancer. I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd be so shy. But I'm okay with it now. And I've learned to accept the new me, and I kind of like it. Yeah.
I like the new you too, even though I didn't know the old you.
Yeah, me too. So I think for people who are tuning in, more of because it's National Cancer Survivors Day, why we're celebrating it is because first of all, it's not easy to come out of cancer and survive it. I think it's a huge thing. Hiba and Stacey both can attest to that. But it's more about the fact that, like both of them mentioned, cancer is a part of our story, and it's a journey. So living with cancer is a journey for many, especially for like our friend Mandy. She still lives with cancer, and she's still around surviving it. So the story doesn't end at, oh, I had cancer. There's always surveillance, there's monitoring, there's so many things to think about when it comes to after cancer care. So I think if you have a friend who who have cancer, or family member, the best the best thing to do is to be there for them. Like literally just check in on them. You don't need to be like, how are you every single day? But sometimes you can text them or you can call them or you can sometimes just hang out with them if they are willing to hang out with you. I mean, but yeah, it's just knowing that we have people out there who kind of knows and understands what we are going through in a way that helps a lot. So if you're I get a lot of questions all the time, like what should I do if my friend has cancer? Or what should I do if my relative has cancer? So they don't want you to pity them, that's for sure. They just want you to treat them like they're normal.
Yeah,
Just treat
actually,
them as you
sometimes to be
know.
included in a normal life is really important because
Yeah.
you already live in an alternate life full of hospital,
Yeah.
doctors, nurses, and all about treatments and risks and side effects. Yeah, so sometimes being included in just a normal life, just talking about,
Normal
work,
things.
weather, pets, anything at all, feels really good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true actually. Like it doesn't have to like the conversation doesn't have to revolve around cancer all the
Yeah.
time because
Mhm.
we live with cancer. Like every single day is just about our cancer.
Every
So
day.
we really like I really don't mind like if I hang out with friends and we talk about other things, like you said, like work or like pets or like like that person that you don't like or
Yeah, that's so
yeah,
true.
it's fine. And I realized that one thing that people used to do around me was okay, they only want to talk about the good things in their life, or they don't even want to share the good things in their life because they're like, oh my god, my friend is going through
Mm.
cancer. I shouldn't, tell her like, or that I have a kid,
What's
or I
good?
shouldn't tell her that
Yeah.
I shouldn't tell her that I have a new relationship, for example. But you know, including us in those kind of conversations makes us also feel normal,
Yeah.
hearing about your day, hearing about your family, hearing about your new relationships, like it makes us feel involved and normal. You don't have to tiptoe on eggshells when you're around us. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And
Mhm.
and I think like my words or any words of wisdom for like your friends or people who are currently tuning in and who have cancer now, I just want you to know that you're not alone. All of us are going through one thing or another, be it cancer or even diabetes or anything
Mhm.
else. But if you want support, you can always contact any one of us and join our support group, Young Cancer Survivors Group, or now we call it Thrive Tribe. I hope, I
Well,
don't
I've
know,
tried.
but yeah, yeah, and I think for those of you, it depends any age. Just let us know, and we'll point you in the right direction. I The most important part about having cancer is that you're not going through the journey on your own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
So we would like to take any questions you have. We are going to open the question session now. I'll give you 2 minutes to type it in. In the meantime, if you have any for us, but I believe that we have covered quite a few things today. And Stacy and Hiba, do you guys have anything else you would like to share before? I mean, when if people are typing in questions, if not, we will close the session in about 2 minutes. Do
Hmm.
you guys have anything you would like to share with anyone out there?
Let's see. Do I do I want to? Yeah, I think because one of the things that you pointed out, Maisie, was that when we have cancer, it doesn't mean that it's a death sentence. We do live with cancer, whether you're on a maintenance treatment, whether you're on remission, whether you are cancer free, you live with cancer. It doesn't mean that also if you stop treatments that you don't live with cancer. There are side effects to
Yes.
your treatments, and you become a totally different person. But as much as you go through cancer, you can still live life normally. Because I do get questions like not questions, but I do get concerns of patients of like, oh my god, I don't want to do chemo because if I do chemo, then I'll be tired and I cannot
Yes.
function, which is it's
Mhm.
a valid concern that a lot of patients have. But understand that you know we as human beings we adapt and we figure out ways to survive, and you are stronger than you think you are. So after a while you figure out how to get back out there, how to go to work, how to socialize with your friends again, and how to assimilate back to the community again. So like even amongst the three of us, we still meet up, we still go to work, we still have families, we still socialize, and we live with cancer. And we do have again that form of normalcy, I guess. And it's just about, it just takes some time to get back on your feet. So for those who are going through it, be patient with yourself. We tend to be very critical of ourselves, right? That's the most, like, we tend to be like very, we beat ourselves up a lot when we can't do things, and we can't do things normally like other people. But we have our own normal. Every individual person has our own normal. So it would just take some time. You just need to be patient with yourself and take things a day at a time. But you will get there. Yeah.
Yes. Thanks, Hiba, for sharing. I think we're going to close off the session now. You guys don't
Okay.
have many questions for us, but more importantly, I would like to thank all of you for tuning in, for actually listening to our sharing. And I think more importantly, we want you to share this out with people, so that maybe someone out there will find solace in our sharing. It's raw. It's I think it's also to raise awareness about cancer. So thank you so much for tuning in to Talking Life with Mei Sze. I'm not sure whether I'm going to have a show in the next 2 weeks, but I will definitely come back in July. So stay tuned to my social media pages and I'll update you guys there. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good Sunday. And to all dads out there, happy Father's Day.
Oh yeah, it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's
So
Day.
happy Father's Day, everyone. And thanks a lot, Hiba and Stacy, for tuning in today's show.
Thanks, Maisie, for
And
having us.
Thanks, Maisie, for
thanks,
having us.
guys.
Bye.
So, bye.